10:30 a.m. installing the back window moldings and rear louvers on the black 71 Cuda. So putting these on, you just gotta be sure of being side to side the correct distance, because once you start putting the side ones on, if this one's too far this way, and there goes the whole ball game. And taking them back off, sometimes you can damage them, so you just wanna be as sure as you can. And there we go. So you just gotta kinda manipulate them a little bit so it has enough room between the clip itself and the molding. These being black painted moldings, you especially gotta be careful with stainless ones, the original factory stainless ones. If you actually put a little nick or a scratch, you can't see it. But on these being black and stainless underneath it, if you scratch it, you're gonna see chrome showing through. So this one will go up into there, and this one can go into there. And then you can mock everything, make sure all of your areas are nice. Outside in, we'll hit this one and this one. Voila. You know, I think that probably of all the options on these cars over the years, the most attractive one is the backlight louvers. They have a real cool look to them. They did actually shade the car a little bit from the sunlight, so it would keep the car a little bit cooler on the inside. But probably more than anything, it just was a good looking option on there. Back window louvers installed, 15 minutes. Would have took the idiots all day long.
The unburied dead, the unburied dead are coming back to light, are coming back to light.
My name's Mark Worman.
I'm DAREN KIRKPATRICK.
And we get paid to bring dead cars back to life. We work with my best friend Royal and my son-in-law Josh. We search far and wide to find how a car was built, where it spent its life, and how it died. After that, we bring it back to look exactly the way it did on the day it was born. If we don't kill each other.
Just shut your mouth before I actually punch you out.
Can I leave a handprint on your face?
So currently at Graveyard Cars, we have our quadruple black 1971 Phantasm Cuda. It's in its final stages of assembly, and the 1970 Plymouth Superbird Alpine white 444 barrel car, and the 69.5 M-Code 446 pack 4-speed Dodge Superbird. And the last car in the queue is our Phantom Cuda, the 1971 446 barrel shaker car. We have two vehicles that are painted and now awaiting the final assembly, the 1970 Plymouth Cuda from Arcanelena, and the 1970 Dodge Challenger factory sunroof car. Meanwhile, behind the curtain, we still have the 1969 Charger Daytona getting its final body work and prepared for paint. And the latest arrival to the graveyard is the 1971 Plymouth Barracuda convertible with a fantastic story behind it. My plate is as full as it's ever been. I don't have time for a lot of game playing and grab ass, so I need to round the guys up, get them focused on the work that needs to be done while I'm out taking care of the business that I have to take care of. Kisses. She calls me.
Yeah, bye-bye.
She calls me G-Paw. I got like 3 things I gotta go get done that are really important. Okay? So I need you guys.
What else?
A pedicure. Don't get a pedicure. Come out. I got work.
Come
now.
in.
He's
I see somebody found the toolbox.
Go to the vet instead of the
Gotta
doctor.
say the toolbox is out here, you guys. It's not.
Come on, baby girl, let's go. Come on, give me your hand.
Okay.
Let's skip. No, we gotta skip. Skippy, skippy, skip, skippy, cop.
I really look forward to seeing my granddaughter, Emma. She still calls me G-Pops. G the other day for the first time. She's a lot more help than the turds, and she doesn't talk back. So I think she's only within a couple of years been able to replace all of them. But that's just me. Emma's the only one of you idiots that can do anything.
Come on.
Okay. Come, Grandpa. Grandpa,
Oh
take
yeah, go see Grandpa.
Okay. So what I want you guys to do, I've got to go. I want to put the deck lid, the header, the 2 fenders, and the hood on the Cuda. But before you do it, it's too much weight for the rotisserie. So it needs to come down and go on a dolly. So there's a brand new set of bin pack dollies underneath the green bench over there. I want it to go on that, okay? Try not to chip the paint on the pinch welds, so you need to put it in the pinch weld clamps. Like put a rag around it or something, keep it from scratching that. Then as soon as I get back, I want to fit the nose cone, Z brackets, and lower valance on the Charger Daytona, and put the rear spoiler on it so that the body man can finish doing the body work next week. Darren, I'm putting you completely in charge of everything, 100%. It is your job to make sure everything is done right.
Okay.
And this is, I gotta
You
go.
heard that, Royal, right?
I heard it.
I just,
All right.
Why does it have to be somebody's in charge? Like, why can't we
All right,
all
let's-
be a team? And
Everybody
get
knows
it
what they're
done?
doing.
Okay, let's get this out of the way first off.
Hey, look, it's Gung Ho Darren. Go, buddy.
Get serious, buddy.
You say go, buddy? Go, buddy.
okay, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 10. Bye.
Mark's gone from the shop.
What do you think, Chief?
It's really cool seeing the Daytona nose on and the wing in place.
God!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, the quarters look better. Well, third time is a charm, right? Once in a while, Mark's gone from the shop, and so he leaves me or Royal or someone else in charge. Well, today I guess it's my turn. And last time I really didn't do very good at running the shop. So today I'm going to try to set a better example. But those are scratches. Oops, fender is scratched. Let me scratch the fender. Royal or Josh. You guys see these hood hinges and everything? They look pretty good. Hello? Oh my gosh, where are those two at? They hiding playing games, or are they just not here? Nice. The problem is I talked to Josh and Royal about the car. I turn around, next thing they're gone. So I don't have to hiding here in the shop. What they're doing, fun and games, so I go up front, find them lounging up front.
Apple of my eye.
Cheers, baby girl. Chocolate milks. Chocolate milk. High five. High five, chocolate milk. Ha, 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 ha.
What's up, D? You ready to get to work?
Hey, look, there's Darren.
Well, I wonder where you guys work.
Oh, we just had to take a
wrong,
little
dude?
break.
You've been on a break all morning. You haven't got started. You have to start before you get a break.
No, I got started.
Come on, let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I couldn't find you guys.
You actually want to do some work?
Yeah, come on, Josh. I know that'll be a new experience for you. Come on. I guess they thought since Mark is gone, we're not going to do anything today, but that's not how it goes around here anymore.
I think you're taking this a little too serious.
Come on. When you get your last paycheck today.
Well, what
you-
am I supposed? Dude, I've got Emma. Come here, baby.
We're not running a daycare
Come
here,
here.
all right?
Whoa, dude, come on. I thought you were on my side about this whole thing.
We got to get serious.
You got to be
and get some work.
understanding, okay?
We're very understanding. We're
Oh,
signing
really?
out daycare.
So it's-
Graveyard Cars daycare.
So who died and decided to make you king, bro?
Mark. Come on.
Boy, you're taking that seriously,
No, come
huh?
on, Josh.
Darren with authority.
You got work to do, Josh. Come on.
Everybody's schedule is really busy today. Alyssa's at work. Let's see, all the grandparents have things going on. So, you know, when all else fails, a dad's duty's never done. No, dude,
Come
I
on,
do have
Joker.
work to do. Watch my daughter.
Come on. No, you're going to work.
Hi, baby girl.
He's acting like he's Super Dad of the Year because he brought Emma in. Well, that's not the case. He's just using her as an excuse because he didn't make the necessary phone calls to make sure there wasn't a babysitter set up in the first place. So, yeah.
I think it's really funny that Mark put Darren in charge. Of course, you know, Darren is just gonna be holier than thou and try to belittle all of us, but I think it's hilarious. I'm not gonna listen to one thing he says. I mean, first of all, I've got my daughter here at work today, so I can't do nothing.
I think it's really admirable that Josh would be taking care of his daughter, bringing her here. You know, it's kind of fun to have her around.
Hi, Daddy.
So,
Hi,
you know,
Daddy.
when it boils down to
What
it,
is?
you just gotta suck it
Hi,
up,
Daddy.
do what you gotta do.
Hi.
Hi.
The car right now is on the rotisserie. So we need to get it down off the rotisserie onto the dollies. So we're going to have to raise the car up or do something, put the jack stands underneath it, take the rotisserie off, and then put the dollies on the car and get it down to the ground where we can work on it.
The rotisserie is a little high if we're working on some of the stuff in the engine compartment, putting the hinges on. So Mark wanted it down on a set of dollies. So we're gonna move it over to the lift it off the rotisserie, move the rotisserie, and then let it down and bolt the dolly to it.
Why are you grunting so much? You getting old?
Yes, I am.
I'm not. That's not, buddy. Whoa. Mark, stop. Jeez. What Mark does just goes and does without asking or anything.
So I'm going over to get my hair cut by my daughter. It's her first week on a new job. She just graduated from beauty college. So I'm getting ready to run over and let her do a pilot run on my hair, show her exactly how I want it done. That way I can get her to do it at home for free later. So let me ask you something, camera boy.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Sam.
Stan, how fast you been in a car?
Sam.
Whatever. How fast you been in a car?
I don't know.
Yeah. You ever been 200?
No.
Want to?
I don't
You don't want to lift it much, just take the pressure off.
Yeah. Okay. Now I think I want to get this backside loose. You get a impact gun with a 3/4 socket.
Can we use an impact on it or something, maybe?
Yeah, impact gun.
I mean, like an electric one. I mean, battery-powered one.
Air one. I don't care. Whatever works. Just want to get it done. When I get concentrating and going, I get a little bossy. Darren hasn't set that many racks, and I was trying to convey that I'm trying to get the rack set so that when we get the rotisserie off, I have room to catch the pinch welds with the dollies. Do it, do it, do it. Whoa. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, Royal, my friend. You notice how quiet it is?
Yes.
How peaceful it is?
I do.
No, not because Josh is gone.
No, because Mark's gone.
Mark's gone. Everything is nice.
All right. Looks like we're here. Acupuncture and yoga. You don't see a lot of that in Springfield, I can guarantee. Well, they do have acupuncture and yoga, but it's a different version. Come on, Steve. Hey, Ben. See how fast I went up the stairs? Like a teenager.
Good. Yeah.
It's cool.
Isn't it cool? We have product over here as you walk in.
It looks really good. It smells good, too. Sure, after it's
Not a
on.
good smile. Let's go wash it real quick.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna make sure to
Take your time.
stimulate your scalp real good to get that hair growth up here.
Yep. Oh, is that? See now? I don't do that. Should I be doing more of that?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't anybody tell me that?
Well, I'm telling you now.
Write that down, Brian. Don't tell me to grow up.
Grow up.
Or you're the fat boy.
Where's that new Dodge Dart? Been almost 2 hours. I sure hope they got some work done.
Hey, Royal, I got a good idea.
What?
Let's put some seats on these and race these down the hill. I'll let you go first, okay?
You can't steer them, Darren.
That's why I was letting you go first.
These are really nice, though.
Yeah. You slow down when it goes down the hump. The young bull is back, huh? He's like a bull in the china closet.
Right there.
I left Darren in charge.
Oh, God.
He's been wanting to do more and more. I trust him. I think he'll take it serious.
Oh,
Darren.
Darren.
Good.
Oh, if Mark was here, you would be in trouble.
If Mark was here, we wouldn't be able to hear anything.
Okay.
Love you.
All right. I love
Let me
you
know
too.
when you want to get your back waxed. I'll be here.
Okay. Yeah. I don't need my back waxed. Kind of natural that way. Come on, Brent. Where do you live, Jim?
I live in town.
Here in Eugene. Oh, there's a Dodge dealership right there. That's a new Dodge Ram. That's a good-looking truck.
Watch it for rubbing.
Give me rubber bumpers.
Rubber baby Bobby Bunkas. I bet you didn't know I was gonna say that.
Well, here comes the Joker. You got a lot of room. You got a half an inch. You got to go forward.
Nice, Royal.
Fingers.
Nice, dude. Now that we got the deck lid put on, now we're gonna move on to the hood hinges.
You still selling screws and bolts and nuts and stuff?
Yes, I sure am.
Okay. Seems fitting, doesn't it?
Go down on my end here.
You get your big old fingers in there.
Yeah. Man, no wonder Mark has a hard time doing that.
His little short, stubby, fat fingers.
Yeah, he's got like little Vienna sausages.
Yeah.
One of my very favorite field trips is heading off to the Dodge dealership and checking out the new cars. I haven't had a chance to do it in forever. Oh, look at that. There's a Kowalski. It's not a real, they made 10 Kowalski cars, but that's like a Kowalski. If I had a color other than black, it would be that one right there. I love that white. Look at that. I like the look. It's not an RT, but I still like the look of that white. That is beautiful. Kowalski drove a white Challenger in Vanishing Point, cult classic movie from 1971. His was a 444 speed. So Chrysler came out with a limited edition. They only made 10 of them, and they were called the Kowalski Challengers. And there's all kinds of little homages to it, like the pistol grip shifter. They put a real pistol grip shifter in it. It was the 392 Hemi, great big Schnarler. And again, they only made 10. The last one I heard sold for $100,000. So it looks similar to this, except there were a lot of things that branded it kind of that Vanishing Point Kowalski car.
Which
got mine pretty
fender?
snug.
Your fender?
Yeah.
Right fender? Okay. Because we try to take care of people's cars around here, buddy. Yeah. Well, hang on. Come on back slow.
Things have actually been going a lot smoother with Mark being gone. I think since Darren has got this match lit under his butt and he wants to start, telling us what to do, like he's in charge, I think it's a good idea for him to kind of just step in and tell us what to do and work as a team.
Perfect. Let's put some bolts in it. It runs away.
Well, you used all mine. Get your own.
I used one of yours, Royal. Let's do this the smart way this time, right?
Can you
buddy.
give me my rock star?
You don't need it.
Now, come on, do it now! Do it.
I wanted Josh, and I got
Now.
Arnold.
Now.
Arnold.
Now. Pretty please.
Yeah, I waited on you, Darren, but you wouldn't.
Okay.
Come on. Do it now.
I can tell,
I waited for
I can
you,
tell
but
that's the new
you
fender,
were
huh? I got this in here.
Yes, it is.
Royal, calm down. Whoa.
You know what?
Scare people.
Royal's in the zone.
I want to get this done, man. This is what I like to see is production.
Oh, that sounds like
Yeah.
Mark.
What's that little hot rod? Oh, where's that new Dodge Dart? You see the commercial for that, Jerry? That is a nice looking car. Dodge just released the Dart for the first time in 30 years. It's a good looking little car. It's very affordable. I think it'll do well. Yeah, that's that new Dart. Cute. I like it. Have a good one, guys. Hey, Roger, did you catch that? They were saying they knew exactly who I was. It gets kind of hard to go anywhere,
I should probably get out of here, huh?
Yeah, help me grab that header panel and see if we can fit it in. You crawl through the radiator hole.
Yeah.
Don't get hung up.
We put the fenders on, they fit good, they look good. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the header panel on.
This is the first time I've actually left the guys in charge of something as important as hanging sheet metal on a freshly painted car. And I think it'll be a good testimony as to my faith in them and their ability to perform quality work while I'm not there.
Enough horsing around, let's get the hood on next. Let's go. A ½ inch.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to get back to the shop and check in on the idiots pretty quick.
How are you doing, Royal?
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on.
Where was the bolt? Push up on it, Darren.
Oh, that's my finger, dude.
Sorry. Be shut.
Wow.
We got Mark and Elena's Cuda all put together. The two fenders, the header, the deck lid, and the hood, and it looks great. Ready to our camp? We've removed the 1971 Cuda out of the assembly room, and now we're getting ready to push it up on the bend pack. How are
do you
you
want me
pushing
to-
a car with two fingers?
Well, I don't want to bend something, buddy.
Bend something. Come on, Darren, push!
Darren, don't let us down. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Gosh.
There you go.
God.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It's really cool seeing the Daytona nose on and the wing in place. It's an awful lot like Handsome Bob. Good-looking Bob finds a chip on the right door.
There's your mom, has her pictures on there.
Dude, lay off my mom.
I'm just
Man,
saying.
you're just
Quit
She's on
hitting
my
on my
Facebook.
mother.
You're just obsessed with his mother.
Yeah, he
She's
is.
on my Facebook. I didn't put my pictures of my hair on my Facebook page.
Hey, my wife does a great job with hair, okay?
Is that who did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
She is a beautician.
Beautician extraordinaire.
There's my
Hey, you know,
other
that
niece.
one's so much smoother without Mark here, so much less
Oh,
drama.
I know. It's just crazy. Now, if we just got rid of you, everything would be pretty good, huh?
Me?
Oh, I'm teasing. No, not really.
I'm really dreading Mark coming back.
We all
Somebody
are.
should just call him and tell him to not come back.
The place burned down.
Here's
Don't
the phone,
bother
big
coming
shot.
back.
Pick it up.
Oh, no. Is he here?
Oh, somebody didn't call fast enough.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, boy. Been almost 2 hours. I sure hope they got some work done.
Oh, nice haircut.
Okay, came out nice. Have you
did?
been over there? It's a nice place.
Not yet.
Yeah.
She did a good job,
I wonder
man.
why
Looks
my
really
daughter's over there actually working and you're sitting on your ass in my office not
Oh,
working.
yeah.
When I came back in from running my errands, I was a little discouraged when all three guys were sitting in the front office and looked like they hadn't done anything.
good. Yeah, this is
So I'm gonna assume
this is day number 6 that I'm working. Tomorrow will
a
be
whole
day number
6?
7. Yeah.
Yeah. This is day
Job
number
number 3.
980 without a day off for me. That's
Really?
3.5 years, you piece
No,
of
wait,
That's
that's not, you
good,
can't
man.
count
That's
that.
good.
If
Nobody
you're-
will ever
if
be
you're
like
down
you.
here on
Never.
Sunday because you
No.
want, you're doing what you
How about
want to do.
instead of all that?
Peaceful
This
without
is all
you here
volunteering.
today.
Did you
Hey, your
guys get
nails look
anything
good,
done?
too.
So I'm gonna assume that you couldn't find the bolts that held the fenders on. You couldn't find the header panel. You couldn't find which I laid all out by the car.
No, we found the header panel.
Oh, God.
We should
out
just
there
let
and
him go
get- out
check
there and get-
himself. Like, we don't do man.
Well, that's true, but
That's not true. You bring fleas.
Bring fleas. You bring
Piece of
skate.
Good comeback. God, that's brilliant.
It is.
I said fleas, and he said scabies.
Yeah, I
That's
did.
a good comeback, man. You're like. Well, you got the Cuda up.
That's up.
And there's the rotisserie. I assume somebody came in and helped you because you're too stupid to do that. But
yeah,
that's
the
good.
little dwarfs came in and helped us.
After I investigated out in the shop, it looked like they had done a lot of work and a lot of good work.
Snow White and the dwarfs
Dwarf.
came in.
Dorf.
It's got pretty good lines.
What do you think, Chief?
Well, that line's a little fat on the fender, but I can fix that. You guys always need me to dial things into perfection.
Hey, if we didn't leave something for you to do, you just.
This side looks really good. This side looks good. That side's just a little wide bit. They had assembled the red Cuda without scratching anything, damaging anything, even had pretty good style lines on it. The black Cuda was up on the bin pack, and overall, I think pretty much a double thumbs up success. That's actually,
That's pretty. Are they coming to see that?
appreciate you doing that. I'm really looking forward to calling the owners of the 70 Cuda, Mark and Elena. They haven't seen the car since we painted the engine compartment on it, and now here it is all red and looking beautiful. Poor Mark walked by that car in his garage for almost 2 decades, sitting there in Bondo and primer and rust, and I expect it to be a real emotional and heartwarming moment when they see their car for the first time. But I want to get the wet sand of the buff and the hockey stick and the vinyl top on it, because then it'll just pop.
Yeah.
So
I think that hockey stick will definitely make
Who's
it
doing the
glow.
vinyl top?
I'll have the guys in Portland come down again.
Oh, cool.
They did a great job on the Cuda. The other one, they'll do a beautiful job on that. Anytime you put a legendary top on, it just fits like a glove. This is good. Okay, I'm gonna raise this up. The guys from Eclipse are coming down. I'm gonna meet with them and get that done. You guys did good. Why don't you guys just go do whatever it is you do in your off time? Which I assume is wait for my phone call. Why don't you do that though?
Yeah.
You did fine, because I want to get this thing up in the
Thanks,
air and get
buddy.
ready for the Eclipse guys, and it's, with all due respect, it's a little bit over your pay grade, this electronic measuring stuff, so.
Anything's over our pay grade.
I heard
Anything's
him.
over our
I heard
pay
what he
grade.
said.
I heard it the first time. You're a joke choker.
No.
Yeah, no, you'll take a joke that's mildly amusing, as I said before, and you'll just choke it, you'll body slam it, you'll get it in a headlock like that, you'll thumb it in the
You
eye.
mean our choker.
What? God, that's as good as you are. What'd you do earlier? You did. I called you. I said you had fleas. You said I had scabies. That's a good comeback. Why don't you guys go get somebody to write you some material? In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll write you some material that you can use from time to time. Just keep a little cheat sheet, okay? Because just saying you are, you do, you can, you will. With everything that I say that's brilliant, you just snap back. You are.
You are.
Go with your boys.
You are. You're the fat boy.
Hanging your eyes.
Go with your brothers. You did good, Darren. Fool.
We don't need
I said you did good.
Like I said.
It's the first time they ever did anything good. Today, the guys came down from Eclipse Measuring System, and they're going to give me a hand doing some real intricate measuring. This is the kind of thing that's way above the other idiots' pay grade, so I sent them home, so it'll just be myself and the two guys from Eclipse. And what we're hoping to do is create data from a beautiful, unwrecked, undamaged, or quadruple black Phantasm Cuda, and use that information on our wrecked Phantom Cuda when it comes time to put it together. That looks an awful lot like Handsome Bob. Hi, Handsome Bob.
Good to see you.
Good. Mike, how are you?
Good.
God, I'm glad you guys came down to bail me out. To help me out.
Beautiful day. We're glad to do it. Glad to do it.
This is one of those things that I would like to think I probably could fool my way around through it, but the data, creating data on one of these cars, I've just never done it before, and I'd like to know that it's right. Well, why don't we go out and I'll show you where we got all set up and see what we can do, make some history.
Okay. Right.
Let's do it. So here is our Phantasm Homage 1971 Quadruple Black 344-speed number matching. Wow. I've known our black Phantasm Cuda since 1972. It used to belong to Daren's cousin. I know for a fact through history it was never wrecked. This is going to be a great donor for the information that we need to be able to continue building these cars and using the Eclipse measuring system. So now we're basically ready to start establishing where we're going to put the targets.
So we want to have what our work plan is.
Okay.
And
okay.
typically we're gonna reference. Doesn't matter where we start hanging our targets, but we're gonna reference from the center section. The theory being that the center section is going to have the most integral strength, and the fact is that your other car only has a center section to start with. So.
well, now don't be picking on the brother's car. I'm not
there.
even sure there's a center section. I think there's a cross member.
Okay.
So we got at least one hole.
We'll
we know
start
of.
there, and that'll give us a reference to then hang the rest of the parts.
Okay.
On. So we can just migrate down the car and put the targets in locations.
Okay.
Then we'll actually start the measurement and start to give it some references and basically capture a measurement snapshot of what you've got here.
The Eclipse measuring system is a high-tech piece of equipment. Basically, it has a scanner that sends out these little lasers as it goes around, and it's looking for targets. The targets that they make, that it sees, tell it where in space these things hang. And we just know that the next car that we put up there, we'll put a target in the same hole, and as long as it tells the computer it's where it was on the car before it, we've got a perfectly square car.
So what we're going to do, Mark, in this particular case, we've got our targets in this drawer.
Right.
So we'll pull those out as we start to hang them on the car. But let's set up the attachments in each of the holes,
right,
so we have a location to hang the target from. So we'll just start with that.
Yep, they will bite. So this is the magnetic stay in that. They do got to go on right, correct? Okay, great. Okay, I think the front. Go up in here with this one.
Backwards.
Oh.
It's okay, because it'll.
Okay, I'll put this up here. And we're green.
So we're good. Okay, so now.
So tell me, we got all the targets up. What does that mean?
That means that now we've got some points, some dimensions we can take our information from, and like I said, as you move forward, you could add dimensions to add more dimensions to this particular car frame. So as the frame perhaps was had no front suspension on it, and you want to get some interim information, or You want to get some information on where the shackles are mounted.
Yep.
Of course, we can't measure it now because the shackles are mounted.
Right.
You know, we
But
can
with the K-member out, we could use the holes that the K-member
pull that
bolts
data
go
off.
into with a magnet.
Exactly, and add to your data set. So it's very straightforward.
This system is like no other. I will be able to hang targets just as we have today in our Phantom Cuda in the new panels that are going in and be able to place them exactly where they're supposed to be relative to the original factory specifications. If I'm pulling on one, sometimes we don't need to replace rails. Sometimes we just have one that was popped in the nose or popped in the butt and the frame rail's a little higher, it's swayed over. I can make live pulls on this thing. I can mount it down into a set of pinch welds, pull the frame rail over, and when that target turns green, I know that I'm on factory spec. It's a phenomenal system.
Mark's really getting on my nerves right now.
Chips, don't scratch your paint. If I beat you down emotionally, you will remember the chip. Now that we have the targets in all the predetermined holes underneath the car, we can energize those targets and begin sending the information back to the computer for recording purposes.
So Mark, what we've done is we've taken your blueprint specifications, your on the paper specifications,
Okay.
and we've actually been able to create a 3D model of the frame of the car. And so what that gives you is another view of the car.
Look at that, yeah.
And you can see where it is, and if there was damage in here, it would show you which direction the damage was and how much. Will change from green to yellow to red, depending on the level of damage.
Pretty excited about the new system, works awesome. We're gonna be able to put our other Cuda back together exactly to factory specs. I'm kind of enjoying that moment. Mike and I are talking underneath there about assembly line markings.
Hey, Mark.
All of a sudden, Bob Bryant, good looking Bob, finds a chip on the right door.
Right up there at the edge of the door.
I don't think so.
See, about halfway up. Right there.
Me. And I know exactly who did it. Darren was in charge of the project of getting this thing moved out here to the rack. That chip wasn't there. The worst part of the chip that bothers me the very most isn't that it happens. Blank happens, right? That's okay. It's when you go to the trouble of blacking it out because the frame underneath there ain't black, so I won't notice it. So it's far enough down the road that he could have plausible deniability. I don't know, maybe it happened a week ago. So that's why I'm gonna stomp his face into the ground when I see him. Yeah, there is.
I hate to point out.
No,
something,
no,
but
I'd want to know about it. Good eye. Cool. No? I know what happened. It's all right. Thanks. It's really nice that Bob would be willing to fly all the way out from the East Coast to make sure that we're recording the data right, send his top tech out to make sure that we were doing everything by the book. And you know, it's an honor for me to be able to be around that kind of a system in today's world. Equally, it's amazing to me that Darren can absolutely ruin my day and not even be there. Well, thanks for coming down.
Okay.
We'll see you on the next trip through.
Anytime, I'm just a short ride down the highway.
You all may come down a lot more often. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
See ya.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, what's on the agenda?
Happy?
Mark was sitting on the bin pack. He had a really worried look on his face, and it kind of made me worried too. So I didn't understand what was going on from the get-go.
That
What
don't
about
look
it?
good.
I have two questions.
Yowza.
I got two answers.
Don't act like you just seen it. The question is,
Okay.
who did it and who covered it up? This is the thing, you guys are like, when it comes to skill, you're like bipolar with your skills. You do something great like yesterday on the Cuda is beautiful, good work. And you know my theory, the whole thing about it is, it happens. I know that. It happens to me every day. But you gotta tell me so I can fix it. I've been working around cars my entire life, ever since I was 18 years old. And I know things happen, they've happened to me. I broke windows when I was trying to put them in. I've scratched paint trying to hang a fender. It happens. It happens to the other guys that do the regular collision. All I ask is if you make a mistake and you damage something, just come tell me so I can fix it and have it cured by the time the owner gets here. The guys were down from Eclipse. Good looking Bob's the one that found it. And I look like a deer in the headlights when he points it out to me.
Huh. No, you just blame
So,
it on us.
who else am I gonna blame it on? It wasn't there
Well,
when
I
it was
mean-
in the assembly room. So it happened yesterday when you guys were moving it out. And then worse than that, somebody touched it up hoping I wouldn't. What was you hoping, that maybe the owner wouldn't see it either?
It looks like somebody tried to touch it up with a black marker. You know, I'm not saying who chipped it, but it looks like somebody tried to touch it up and hide the chip.
When his washmate gets caught in that, he's gonna have a pretty good clue. So you didn't do it?
No.
You didn't do it?
Definitely not.
You didn't do it, okay. Well, here's the way the pecking order works. You were in charge, so you were responsible for it. Because I think you do know, and you don't want to throw somebody under the bus. You can stand there with your smirky ass grin. I couldn't care
No,
less.
I didn't do it. I know who did it, but I'm not gonna squeal on him.
Well,
Okay.
in my mind, I don't differentiate between a manager and his employees. If it happened on your watch, you're responsible.
You're right.
Okay.
I did not do it myself, but I know which one of us did it. And I was in charge yesterday, so I take the blame for it.
If anybody in the future could let me know they do something, I'll fix it. I'm
Don't I
okay. I've
always
never
let you
beat
know?
anybody up. I've never
Don't
pummeled you. I've never
I
gone to your
always let
house.
you know?
Yarded the hair out of your dog. I don't do stuff like that. Okay? It's just, if something happens, you got to tell me it happened so I can fix it and not look like an idiot to my clients or to a potential customer.
Well, hell, there goes our day.
How I operate is this way. I want to pay you back for what you did. If I just blow up and get it out of my system, that's not going to help anything. You'll forget about it in 2 seconds. But if I methodically and systematically beat you down emotionally and spiritually, and I tear you down to the very core of your being over the course of a day, you will remember the chip, the scratch, the nick, the lie, the tool left out in the rain far longer. Chips, that's you. From now on, you're responsible for it.
Now
Don't
these are
start the
ruffles.
hyena laughing.
Now these are ruffles with the chips.
Let's move this rotisserie out
He called you Chips, dude.
and put the
right,
nose cone on this thing. I need to get this done too.
Your nickname is Chips.
What are we doing?
Surprisingly, Mark took it really well. And, you know, I kind of wish he would have came unglued, because now it's going to be a long, drawn-out process, and he's just going to make this day a living hell for all of us.
I want to get the nose mocked on that, and if we have time, I'd like to do the wing too. So regardless of the damage that happened to the Cuda, I still have a job to do. Our Daytona Charger is waiting to have the fenders and the quarter panels massaged out to shape. We need to have the nose cone and the spoiler hung on it in order to do that. So this is the original parts list, so we'll get to the wing here in a minute. We're getting ready to put the nose cone on the Charger Daytona. There's a lot of pieces to it. It's very intricate. I've never actually done one myself, so I don't have a physical memory of it. Tom, the owner of the Daytona, sent this out with it. This is an original parts list. So when you open it up, it shows exactly what's supposed to be there, how it's supposed to be. And if we're missing anything, we know what to identify it as. So this is a real godsend. The fenders are already on. I'm not worried about the scoops right now. I'm gonna need the Z brackets. Turd stain, go grab the Z brackets.
Josh? Who are you talking
Go
to?
grab the Z brackets. And
I'll grab them.
somebody
you're
grab
turd
these
stain.
outer brackets here. We're gonna need the outer brackets. Chips, you go get the nose cone and bring it over and set it in place.
Mark's really getting on my nerves right now. He wasn't here at all yesterday when we were getting all this work done. He doesn't really appreciate anything we did. You know, he was off getting his nails done, and accidents and things happen.
Darren's irritated. I'm the one that should be irritated. I'm the one that's gonna end up having to redo the whole right door and buy a new billboard stripe for it. I'm the one that should be irritated, not Chips. Okay, there's some hardware over there, Chips. You wanna grab the...
Well, that's funny, Josh. Really funny,
Yeah,
okay?
it is, dude. It's actually kind of funny how Mark's treating Darren. He keeps calling him Chips.
You got the nuts and bolts, Chips? Careful, Chips, don't scratch your paint.
I didn't even touch it.
I think it really is getting to Darren, and plus it's really not helping too that I'm laughing at it, because I think it's making Mark intensify his name calling. Hey Darren, what was your favorite TV show when you were growing up?
Little House on the Prairie.
Was it
Is there a... Oh, you like Chips growing up?
Yeah, he did.
Chips.
Yeah, like Eric.
Chips or
Estrada.
Kojak?
Just get that on there. Just as we were wrapping up putting on the nose cone, I asked Chips if he'd go to the back of the car and start making all the provisions so we could put the rear spoiler on. Chips, you think you can handle putting the spoiler on? You know that guy?
Safety goggles, maybe?
Why don't you try putting that spoiler on?
Well,
We'll
I'm gonna
finish up
lift
the
half
brainy
of it.
stuff. Chips, put that spoiler on.
It's gonna take 2 people.
You ever see that show Chips growing up?
Can you
Chips!
undo this thing, dude?
Undo
I'm
it.
not gonna put up with this baloney. It's ridiculous.
And I don't
Ain't no
mind.
Chips.
That somebody chipped it. I understand that happens. It can happen to anybody. It doesn't make anybody a bad guy. It's when you hide it. It's when you hide it.
I'm not Chips. What I am is gone.
Chips. You ain't got the spoiler on,
You're just
Chips.
gonna walk around or you're gonna help?
Don't give me.
I'm waiting for you to get out of the way, you pig-eared
You're walking
sucker.
around calling
Don't give
everybody
me any
names, you're
chips,
not doing
Mark.
nothing.
That's because you guys can't be trusted. Chips.
Hey, you know what? Fecal fingers just.
Somewhere around there, I don't know why he wigged out, walked off, and I haven't seen him since. Come on, Moose.
You know what, man? I'm gonna do it right, okay?
That's the one thing I've always loved about you. You won't do it unless it's right. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah? Well, how long can you hold that there for, huh?
Yeah, I know you are, but what am I?
Oh, jeez, gosh.
Grow up, both of you. We're crying out loud.
A little while ago, you're taking the Lord's name in vain because
wasn't.
you stepped on a bolt. Don't tell me to grow up.
Grow up.
Chips. You didn't put the spoiler on. I don't know why you laughed so nervously. I'd like to get the spoiler on just so I can kind of mock it.
Let's get this done so we can go home.
Yeah, let's get this done so we can go home. What do you
Yeah,
gotta do
let's
at
get
home,
this done
Royal?
so we can go home.
Royal has nothing to do. If he gets out of here, he's gonna go home, play the same chord over and over again on that stupid little 6-string guitar of his, pretending he's some rock star. You guys gotta grow up, man.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, we gotta grow up.
Very nice. Okay, let me try to put a nut on that.
So we got everything bolted on for the most part, and it looks absolutely marvelous.
Hey, that's cool.
Nice.
It's really cool seeing the Daytona nose on and the wing in place. It's starting to actually look like a Daytona again. It wasn't but a few weeks ago this car was just a shambles. There was nothing left but a couple of frame rails and floor section and roof, and now it's all actually starting to take real good shape, and can't wait to send some pictures off to the owner. I think he's gonna be pretty excited. I know I'm excited because it's not chipped. Chipped. Should be grateful for this. There's another punk-ass kid your age that's working on real Charger Daytonas, Superbirds, 71 Cudas, 440 6-barrel Cudas, 383 Cudas, 340 Cudas, 440 Challengers.
You think I take this for granted?
I think you do. I think every time you show up late, you take it for granted.
Nice.
But anyway, I appreciate whoever chipped the door on it, getting Darren in trouble, and that's a wrap for the night. Chips, it's me, buddy.
Come on, Helga,
Where'd
let
you
it
go?
go.
Chips.
God.
He's not answering.
Of course he's not.
I think we had a fantastic week at Graveyard Cars. I had a little bit of time for myself on Saturday. Went over and saw where my daughter works, got my hair cut, buzzed by the Dodge dealership, checked out the new Mopars. The guys got Mark and Elena's 70 Cuda put together from the front sheet metal to the back sheet metal, trunk lid, fenders, doors, header, hood, everything is on. And we're now ready to start doing the wet sanding and buffing on that car and put it together. It still did show to me that the guys are capable of doing a few things on their own. So I was fairly impressed. They did their job without too much problem. Chips wiped out the door on the black Cuda, but I think that that's probably something I had coming anyway. And, well, you did. The Eclipse measuring system, guys, it was a great visit. I learned a little bit more about the system than I knew before. I've been using it on the late model stuff. I hadn't quite done one of the older cars with it, so it was fantastic having Good Looking Bob come out and show us how to create that data. The Charger Daytona got the nose cone on it and the spoiler, so now the body man can go ahead and shape the rest of the panels around it, and in a couple of weeks we should be able to start doing primer and paint work on that car. So I think overall it was really, I can't think of anything else that happened significant. Oh, did Chips quit?